Feeling mischaracterized is one of the worst feelings you could ever feel, and I'll tell you why. You spend your life building an identity, stacking bricks through every earthquake, steering through every twist and turn, picking up and dropping friends through every phase and every life event just to find little slabs of concrete facts about yourself, and right when you think you've finally figured it out, someone questions your character, and it sucks. And I think for me, I've been mischaracterized quite a bit in my life. I'm a good person. I truly, at my core, I believe that, and like everybody else, I have a lot to work on. And that's not to say poor me, because it does happen to everybody, and I'm fortunate enough that I've pretty much always felt pretty understood by the people who I'm close to, but in a lot of ways, I've also felt like a stranger to everybody outside of my bubble, and I know I'm not alone with that feeling. I'm gonna explain what I mean with the story. So there was this teacher named Miss Ives, and she was in my 6th and 7th grade classes. She was a helper for a kid in my homeroom, and honestly kind of just like a cranky old lady, and since no kids cared to chat with her, my best friends Sammy, Tyler, and I decided to bother her every day. We ended up annoying her to the point of absolutely loving us. We would joke with her, we'd roast her, and she would roast us back. We would pick her brains about the days where they called things the bee's knees, or where she wore her hot pants on the back of a motorcycle in the 70s with some stud, and she absolutely loved every bit of it. For some reason, we even used to call her house phone on the weekends, just because we thought it'd be fun to be friends with her outside of school.
Hi, Miss Ives.
Hi.
It's Matt. How are you doing?
And you know, typically, she would hate something like that. Miss Ives would fucking hate something like that. She would have hung up the fucking phone on anybody else, but she actually ended up having a blast whenever we would check in with her.
Yeah, I do. It's in my pasture right now.
But one day in 7th grade, she abruptly left school, and nobody explained why, and of course, we were bummed out. I mean, she was our greatest entertainment in a school that looked like a jail cell, and all of our other teachers just screamed at us for being our playful selves. But that didn't stop us from calling her when she left.
Are you gonna come back?
I'm looking to, I think, probably after February vacation, but I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too.
And one night, and I'll promise I'll get to the point, one night we called her and we were busting her balls, as usual. For some reason we filmed it because that's just what you do in Connecticut when there's nothing else to do. You try to make your own fun.
What? Ball sack.
But no, she said something really interesting, and what she said has stuck with me for the past 13 years or so.
Well, I got 10 days detention.
You'll have yourself now because not everybody understands your sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
No one does.
It seems dumb, but wow, did it catch my little chubby, ugly goblin self off guard. I realized that with this one observation, this old woman, this old cranky woman knew me better than half the people in my grade, and that was kind of a weird feeling. As we got older, the calls kind of stopped, and we fell out of touch for the next year until 2010, and it's my first day of freshman year at the high school, and I have a random dream about her. And in this dream, I'm running through the halls past the piss yellow high school lockers, and she's chasing me for some reason, and she's laughing her ass off, and I'm cracking up, and it's so random. It's so fucking weird, especially because I hadn't thought about her for like a year. Like, she slipped from my brain, and I go into school that day, and I get the news that Miss Ives had died of cancer.
Maybe I'll stop it before that. It depends on when I start walking again.
Yay!
I love you guys too. But I'll be back after February vacation.
Alright, awesome.
My point is, not everyone is going to understand you or be a proper judge of your character simply for the fact that they don't even really know you. I think you should leave that to the people that really do, because the people that know your heart, the people that know you at your core, they will never mischaracterize you. They'll have more patience for your fuck-ups, and for the most part, they'll always be honest with you and try to help you grow. Those are the people that you want to never let go of, and those are the people you need to work for, because the truth is, it's a lot easier to mischaracterize someone when you only know half of them, when you only know their surface level behaviors, when you only know them in a group of 10 people. But the people who really fucking know you, they will never mischaracterize you. And honestly, a lot of people will already have made up their mind about you. There's nothing you could do. Many people already won't like you from the get-go and will just search for reasons to confirm that intuition they have. Even in a room of people that like you, they might find a reason to not. And I mean, Jack Harlow said it best. What Jack Harlow said is, feel like they can't wait to say I stepped out of character. And I think that's so true.
There's simply going to be those who will find all kinds of reasons not to like you.
and you just have to accept that.
And let me be clear, that's not to say you won't fuck up. Nobody's perfect. I do it all the time. I've misspoke, I made jokes that haven't landed, and I've held myself accountable, because that's what you should do, because intent does not equal impact, and you should sincerely apologize and grow when you need to. But my point is that if one person misreads your energy and continues to misread it, you gotta stop trying, and you gotta stop saying sorry at some point. What you have to do is you have to move on, because the longer you sit under your own rain cloud and pout and dig yourself into a hole of self-doubt, wow, that rhymed, that was like spoken word, that was weird, I didn't mean to do that. The longer you dig yourself into that hole, there are plenty of friends waiting on the surface, waiting in the sun, ready to drink themselves to the point of telling you how much they love you, and how much they love your friendship, and how much they love your character, and that will be the type of character that you believe in. People who know you the best are able to give you that affirmation, and that's the character that I believe I am, and I think that Miss Ives would totally agree.